Hello everybody and welcome to the fourth and final Build-A-Bird Habitat Building Competition Tour video. I have received these 4 awesome submissions. I've toured 3 of them already, and now it is time for the Cassowary Aviary and Picnic Site by WarthogQueen. Let's jump into it. Before we get too far in here, nice. WarthogQueen has pointed out this is not a finished build. Unfortunately, time ran out, so there's some foliage missing specifically, and just in general, it's not as finished as planned. But I gotta say, this foliage right here looks very nice, but yeah, a bit missing over here. I'm still going to tour it as if it were a finished build. Of course, the idea here is that people would bring their own lunch, I'm guessing, even though they don't do that in the game. So since I did not put up a restaurant, obviously no one's using these tables for eating, but let's pretend that it just isn't lunchtime yet. So that's a nice path that no one uses. Although these holes out here could potentially make guests more interested in actually going out here. I have a staff path. We'll go back there later. That's a nice little wooded area. And good idea for the sign back here, although there's a bit of flickering, so the execution of the idea could have... Ooh, this is nice. Okay, we have the aviary, the habitat in here. That's nice. Love the finish. It's very clean. Little extra bar up here, that looks nice. And the use of 2 different thicknesses. Really nicely done sitting area. I like the use of these. And we definitely have some music here and some flickering. I'm gonna back up a little to see the whole thing. Apart from the flickering, this looks really nice. Yeah, so theming wise, the sound great, but for recording, yeah, sorry, I just turned it off. This is a very nice looking building. I like the way the exhibit is incorporated into what I'm assuming is a cassowary shelter. I would have probably put a window in here or something. But the building itself is very nice. I like the use of these different ones and the decals down here, although the flickering. Ooh. That's a good idea. Good use of these big rocks to make like a statement corner here. Let's turn around and look at that. Perched precariously on top of the others. Nice. I am being illegal. Oops. Would have camouflaged this edge, but that is a personal preference because, I mean, a zoo could potentially just have something like this. So it's not unrealistic. Really good use of the rocks in here around the foliage. Yeah, so I see what you mean with the unfinished and the foliage missing outside of the aviary itself, but I mean in here it looks really good, and the use of the terrain paint as well to, you know, show where the animals walk. It's nice and varied. And mud underneath this as well, but you still have a bit of grass growing over here, and it actually, okay, so these are grass that have been plopped in there. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, it actually kind of works because the bottom of it is still mud. Look at that. I like the shallowness of it because I don't think these birds really swim. Yeah, I would have, what I was saying is I would have done a little bit of something with the terrain paint here just to make the ground underneath the water look wet. Sometimes you gotta, if you're already using the dark soil, you have to put in some light soil around it in order to make the dark soil look darker and wetter. You got a baby, it's so cute. We do not have an airlock Yeah, so that's a point off from realism. Unless this entire area, no, it's, ooh, okay, we're looking at the staff area. So that's a very, very long staff path. Probably would have maybe made it a little bit shorter so that the staff doesn't have to walk 5 miles. This is my favorite wood, this right here. Okay, a little bit shorter. Let us walk through the door. So here we have a, oh, that's nice with the windows up there. We have a little planter in the middle. That's a very pretty area for the staff to have. Again, would have recolored the doors or maybe put up one of those. Hop! Nice. We got the tools, and I can see we're harvesting our plants over here, and we have a ladder. I'll try going up that one later when I'm not in this camera mode. This looks very nice. When you're sitting in there, you have sunflowers to look at. Maybe giving you a bit of shade, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get really hot in here. Nice detail with the fence up there so people don't fall down. Can we actually climb this in this camera mode? Okay, no, we cannot. We can walk through the wall. So let's just standard mode. Woo! That happens every time. Let's look at it from above here. That is, I'm not sure why they put their trash up here, but I guess maybe the boss was coming and this path is just so long they couldn't be bothered to take it all the way out to I'm making up stories in my head again. But anyway, nice consistency with the materials here. And this building over here as well in the same materials. We never went in there. Wait, that's not a shelter. What is this? I don't think you're supposed to be, and I don't think we're supposed to be in here either. So this is this is just a shell. Okay, we were never inside. What am I doing? I have the trees grow. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. The detail in the tree placement here. It's as if the tree has, because these are rusty, so they must have been here for a while, and then the tree has grown out through the mesh, but obviously you can't go through these big ones. That is a nice detail. Did you get it right over here as well? Of course you did. Wow, that is some great tree placement. Nice looking here at the bottom as well. Yeah, so I mean, I get what you mean by it not being finished, because there are, you know, areas like this, a few spots here and there that could have definitely gone with a bit more attention. But be that as it may, let's give this thing some points. Starting with the habitat. Now, realism-wise, the foliage, like I said, really nice. The building itself and the placement of the trees, they do seem to be lacking a shelter, which they would realistically have. So that, I mean, would have used this as a shelter. Although maybe this is enough. But I mean, it's not actually, I mean, they would get wet in here. So realistically, I am lacking more sheltery shelter and an airlock as well. But seeing as the foliage and the terrain paint and the building itself is just really, really nice. The finish is spot on. I'm going to give this one a 4 points for habitat realism. Let us check out. Okay, 100% happy. You have everything you need. Yep. Everybody's happy. And just check that the pause. Can you get to everywhere you're going? Heat map. Staff tree. Yes. Okay, so can you actually keep her urgently assigned? So you're gonna come through the door. They look hungry. I'm getting some food. Cool. Well then, hurry up. And yes, despite the weird-looking heat map, keepers can access both of those feeders, and the birds can access all their toys. They are totally happy, which means in-game functionality is a 5. The wow factor. I mean, this... I love the way they run. They look so... Ooh! They're like these giant, crazy, angry chickens. They're so cute and hateful. Anyway, what we were talking about was the wow factor. I mean, this is... 1 second. And the wow factor for this is a 4.5. Checking out the exhibit. I really do like the building style and the fact that it's incorporated into a larger building, which is then incorporated into the habitat. It really does make it feel like a part of the whole thing. And the plants in here, to a pretty big extent, match the plants in here, although they're not the same plants, but some of them do look like it. So yeah, this is a completely different way of incorporating the exhibit, putting it into the same type of architecture. I'm really glad we got to see this way of doing it. I like it. The flickering is, as I have said, an issue for me. But all in all, I'm gonna say this is very nice. I am giving the exhibit 4 points. Staff area. I love the little greenhouse here. I really do. I think maybe a few more, support beams here would have made it a little more realistic. Maybe doing something like this, but over here. But that is nitpicking. Why have I gotten so attached to that word? Very nice amount of detail here, and this area in here, very pretty. A couple of things. The doors. We have a pink door and a wooden door, and a green door and a blue door, and a metal door. So this is basically the room of the many colored doors, which kind of bothers me a bit, if I'm being honest here. The greenhouse and the stuff in it, really nice. Love the little carrots down here. They're so cute. So the level of detail is nice. I think maybe the pointing, grading, but now with points. I think the unfinishedness that you alluded to can also be seen back here. Kind of seems like you were planning something over here, either plants or, I don't know, something, and you just didn't have time to put it in. This whole area is kind of empty too. So all in all, for the staff area, not just the staff building, but like the whole backstage, I will be awarding you 3.5 points. I really like that little ladder. And then let's take a look at the guest area. It is really pretty. First of all, with all of these plants, I want to have my lunch here. I wish the guests would use this area more. You definitely did what you could with these things. So I don't know, they're just not really going out there. Maybe putting a few more of these education signs out here would have helped to actually make people use this whole area and not just the area right up here. This looks really nice. Let's check out how functional this place is. We have heat maps, education. Okay. So we have a education sign here, an education sign here, an education sign here. We don't have an education functioning sign for the exhibit, which is a little bit sad. No speakers, which, I mean, personally, I appreciate because I hate involuntary sound. Give me an audio guide that people can turn on and off, please. I would have, again, put in, the little guest do not go near fence or something here, which maybe you were planning on. And maybe a thicker path, wider, broader, more. So all in all, it looks really good. Functionally, it's not quite is not, well, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but hey, are you gonna pick up a cockroach? Are you gonna hold a bug? Can we see you hold a bug? Are you gonna hold a bug? Pick up the bug. What? Please pick up the bug. Start talking, lady. We're waiting. Are you just gonna stand there forever? I hope she picks up the bug. I've never seen one of these talks where they... Look at that! She's holding the animal! That's so cute! That was strange. Ta-da! Okay, thank you for that. Anyway, we were talking about the guest area. It looks really nice. I love the idea. But as you yourself pointed out, WarthogQueen, it is not finished. I'm gonna have to give the guest area a 3, which may be a little bit harsh. Yeah, no, I made up my mind. I said a number. That's what we're going with, okay? Overall look and cohesiveness. Now I'm tall. Love the use of the same building materials all the way through. Although the roofing could have been more consistent, because we have, I mean, obviously this is going to be a glass roof. We have a wood board roof, and over here we have something completely different, and over here we have something completely different. We have this ginormous pile of rocks, which I really like, but there's only one of them. I would have plopped down some more here and there. I do like the use of these sort of some bit more up, some bit more down, rotate around boards over here and then repeat it over here. And the flickering. Little too much flickering for a perfect score here as well, since we're judging overall look as well as cohesiveness. Like the recoloring of the wood. So, pluses and minuses. I'm going to give the overall look and cohesiveness a 4. Which means
that when we add up all the points for all the things, WarthogQueen gets a pretty good score of 28. Bye!